Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep, slow breath. Feel the solid ground beneath you. It feels perfectly still. But right now, you are traveling at thousands of miles an hour through an endless, silent void. We often think of Earth as the center of our personal lives. Our daily worries seem so massive. But today, we are going to leave those worries behind. We are going to embark on a journey to find out where we truly are. For decades, our cosmic address was a mystery. We were wandering in the dark, but finally we have mapped our place in the cosmos. Let us drift upward, away from the noise, and discover the peaceful reality of our true home. To understand where we are going, we must remember where we started. For centuries, ancient astronomers looked up at the glittering canopy of the night sky. They drew imaginary lines between the stars. They placed Earth at the absolute center of a crystal sphere. It was a comforting thought, but it was an illusion. As our telescopes grew larger, our universe expanded. We learned that the sun does not revolve around us. We learned that our star is just one among billions. For a long time, we thought the Milky Way was the entire universe, but the cosmos is infinitely larger. Recently, astrophysicists achieved the impossible. They mapped the flows of thousands of galaxies. They discovered hidden structures of incomprehensible scale. We finally found our exact coordinates, our true cosmic address. Leaving the blue marble. Imagine lifting off the ground. The blue sky fades into a rich, deep black. Below us, Earth is a glowing sphere of blue and white. A common myth is that space begins with a harsh, sudden line, but our atmosphere slowly fades, like a gentle mist evaporating into the dark. Visualizing this fragile blue pearl suspended in absolute emptiness brings a profound sense of peace. This is step one of our address. Passing the moon. We glide silently past our only natural satellite. The moon is a quiet grey guardian. Its craters tell stories of a violent past, but now it is a realm of absolute stillness. Picture a smooth stone resting at the bottom of a clear, dark lake. The silence here is total. There is no wind, no sound, just the gentle reflection of sunlight. The inner solar system. We drift outward, passing the red, dusty plains of Mars. We float through the asteroid belt. Many believe this belt is crowded with crashing rocks, but in reality, it is mostly empty. It is a vast, peaceful desert of floating stones. Picture a few scattered grains of sand floating miles apart. This empty space is our immediate neighborhood. The giant planets. Now we encounter the true giants. Jupiter with its swirling, hypnotic storms of amber and cream. Saturn with its delicate, icy rings. These rings look solid from Earth, but imagine flying through them. They are made of billions of shimmering ice crystals, catching the light like crushed diamonds. We are moving deeper into the dark. The heliosphere. We reach the edge of our sun's domain. The solar wind creates a protective bubble around us. This is the heliosphere. Imagine a glowing, invisible shield pushing against the cold interstellar winds. It breathes. It expands and contracts. This is the outer gate of our home. Once we cross this invisible threshold, we truly enter the wild cosmos. The Oort cloud, but the solar system is not quite finished. We enter a massive, spherical shell of icy comets. This is the Oort cloud. It is a phantom realm. A myth says comets frequently crash together here, but these frozen ghosts orbit in profound isolation. Imagine millions of frozen fireflies sleeping in the dark, waiting for a gentle push toward the sun. Entering interstellar space. The sun is now just the brightest star in a velvet sky. We are in the space between the stars. It seems perfectly empty. But imagine it as a calm, dark ocean. There are invisible currents of gas and dust flowing here. We are drifting through the local interstellar cloud. It is a wispy, glowing fog of ancient hydrogen. The local bubble. We zoom out further. Our wispy cloud is just a tiny part of the local bubble. Picture a massive cavity in space, carved out by exploding stars millions of years ago. It is a peaceful cavern of hot, thin gas. We are perfectly safe inside it. The violence that created it has long passed, leaving only a quiet, hollowed-out room for our solar system. The Orion Arm. Where is this bubble located? We are sitting on the inner edge of the Orion Arm. This is a spiral spur of our galaxy. Many people think our sun is in the center of the galaxy, but we are actually in the quiet, rural suburbs. Imagine a glowing river of stars curling through the dark. We are just one tiny drop in this majestic stream. Neighboring spiral arms. Looking across the dark gulfs, we can see other bright rivers, the Perseus Arm and the Sagittarius Arm. They are massive ribbons of glowing pink nebulas and blue giant stars. Imagine looking across a Grand Canyon, seeing glowing cities on the other side. The distances are unimaginable, yet the view is incredibly serene. The galactic core. We turn our gaze toward the center of the Milky Way. It is a blinding golden bulge of ancient stars. Hidden in the very center is Sagittarius A star, a supermassive black hole. A common myth portrays black holes as violent vacuums tearing space apart, but picture it instead as a silent, heavy anchor. It quietly holds the entire galaxy together in a delicate cosmic dance. The Milky Way galaxy. Now we see our entire galaxy, a swirling pinwheel of 200 billion stars. It takes light 100,000 years just to cross it. Imagine a glowing hurricane of light, spinning lazily in the dark. Every star you have ever seen in the night sky is contained in a tiny, almost invisible speck on one of its spiral arms. The galactic halo. Surrounding the flat disk of our galaxy is a spherical halo. It is filled with dark matter and ancient globular clusters. These clusters are dense balls of millions of stars. Picture them as glittering chandeliers hanging above and below the main galactic floor. They are fossils of the early universe, quietly watching the galaxy spin beneath them. The Magellanic Clouds. As we drift further, we see our closest galactic neighbors, the large and small Magellanic Clouds. They are irregular, messy little galaxies. They look like torn pieces of glowing cotton candy floating nearby. They orbit the Milky Way like tiny glowing moons. They remind us that our massive galaxy is not alone in the void. The vast emptiness. Leaving the Milky Way behind, we enter intergalactic space. The void here is absolute. The darkness is deeper than anything on Earth. If you looked around, the Milky Way would shrink to a glowing smudge. This profound emptiness is calming. It is a place free of noise, free of time, just pure, endless space. The Andromeda Galaxy. Ahead of us lies Andromeda. It is our massive sister galaxy. It is larger, brighter, and more majestic than our own. A common myth says galaxies are static, but Andromeda is actually rushing toward us. Imagine two majestic ships sailing slowly toward each other on a dark ocean. In a few billion years, they will merge in a graceful, silent waltz. The local group. We zoom out again. The Milky Way, Andromeda, the Triangulum Galaxy, and dozens of smaller dwarf galaxies form our local group. Think of it as a small, quiet village of galaxies. They are bound together by the invisible threads of gravity. They travel together through the endless void, a solitary family of light in the darkness. The Virgo Cluster. Our quiet village is situated on the outskirts of a massive metropolis. This is the Virgo Cluster. Imagine thousands of galaxies packed tightly together like glowing bees in a cosmic hive. The gravity here is intense. Galaxies slowly drift past one another, their shapes warping like soft clay. It is a busy, majestic city of light. The old cosmic address. For decades, scientists believed the Virgo cluster was the center of our local universe. We called our home the Virgo supercluster. We thought we understood our place, but the universe is tricky. Imagine looking at a map of a city, only to zoom out and realize that the city is just one leaf on a massive tree. The Great Attractor. Astronomers noticed something strange. Our Milky Way and thousands of other galaxies were being pulled in one specific direction. They were flowing like water down a hill toward a mysterious region. We called it the Great Attractor. A myth suggested it was a terrifying giant black hole, but the truth is much more beautiful. It is the dense heart of something far larger. Mapping the cosmic flows. To understand this pull, scientists didn't just map where galaxies were. They mapped how they were moving. Imagine tracking the flow of rivers across a massive continent. By tracing these rivers of galaxies, an invisible shape began to emerge from the darkness, a structure so vast it defied human imagination. The revelation of Laniakea. Finally, the map was complete. The rivers of galaxies traced out a singular, magnificent shape. We discovered our true home, a massive supercluster. It was named Laniakea. The word comes from the Hawaiian language. Imagine ancient Polynesian navigators sailing the endless ocean. Now, we are sailing an ocean of stars. Immeasurable heaven. Laniakea translates to immeasurable heaven. It is a perfect name. It contains 100,000 galaxies. Picture a colossal glowing structure that looks like a beautiful, delicate orchid floating in the void. Or perhaps it looks like the sprawling branches of an ancient tree. Every glowing dot on this tree is an entire galaxy. Our place on the branch. Where is the Earth in this immeasurable heaven? We are located on the very edge of one of Laniakea's outer branches. Imagine the very tip of a delicate leaf gently swaying in the cosmic wind. We are far from the dense, bright center. We live in the quiet, peaceful suburbs of the supercluster. The boundaries of home. Laniakea has a border. It is defined by gravity. Every galaxy inside Laniakea is slowly flowing inward toward the Great Attractor. It is like rain falling on a mountain. The water on our side of the mountain flows down into our valley. This gravitational valley is our true ultimate cosmic home. Neighboring continents just outside our border, galaxies are flowing away from us. They are part of other superclusters. The Perseus-Pisces supercluster is our neighbor. Imagine looking across a dark, endless ocean and seeing the glowing shores of another cosmic continent. They are majestic, untouchable, and drifting further away every second. The cosmic expansion. A common myth is that structures like Laniakea will last forever, but the universe is expanding. The dark energy pushing the cosmos apart is stronger than the gravity holding Laniakea together. Picture a beautiful sand mandala slowly being blown away by a gentle breeze. Billions of years from now, our giant glowing tree will peacefully disperse. The cosmic web. We zoom out one last time. We leave Laniakea behind. Now we see the grandest structure of all, the cosmic web. It looks exactly like the neural pathways of a human brain. Billions of glowing filaments intersecting at brilliant nodes. Imagine a sponge made of light stretching out to infinity. Laniakea is just one microscopic thread in this web. The great voids. Between the glowing threads of the cosmic web lie the great voids. These are bubbles of absolute emptiness. They are tens of millions of light years across. Picture vast, dark deserts where practically nothing exists. These voids give shape to the web. They are the silent rests between the musical notes of the universe. The edge of the observable universe. Finally, we reach the limit of our vision, the cosmic microwave background, the fading glow of the Big Bang itself. We can see no further. We are floating inside a sphere of light, 93 billion light-years across. Imagine this sphere resting gently in the palm of your hand. This is everything we know. This is where we are. Let us gently drift all the way back, down through the cosmic web, past the borders of Laniakea, through the silent Virgo cluster, gliding into the glowing arms of the Milky Way, drifting past the quiet giant planets until we see the comforting blue glow of Earth. We are not lost in the dark. We are part of a grand, beautiful design, an immeasurable heaven. The next time you feel overwhelmed, look up at the night sky. Remember the delicate glowing tree of Laniakea, and know exactly where you belong. Thank you for taking this cosmic journey with us. Let your mind rest in the vastness. If you could visit any place we saw today, where would you go? Leave a comment below and sleep well among the stars.